Hi everyone, it's Mama Marina here with Loving Guidance, and today's Loving Guidance is on the topic of self, and in particular on the topic of the importance of repetition. So why it's so important to keep repeating and repeating and repeating things. Um, so when we are around 7, up to age 7, from birth to 7, we learn more subconsciously. We are constantly just observing our parents and our grandparents and everybody around us, our teachers, our siblings, and we're taking it all in. We're like a sponge, we're just absorbing it all. But after age 7, something changes with how we learn in our brain and maybe in general with our energies, and so we start to need to rely on repetition to help us learn. And that's why we hear people say practice makes perfect. If you're in a sport, just keep practicing, you're gonna get it. And if you're on the job, try again, just keep doing it, keep trying it, and eventually you're going to get it, you're going to pick it up. And so with regard to all different areas in our life, whether it's sports, whether it's our job, we get into a new job and it's awkward, we're uncertain, how do we really do this? Did I remember the instructions correctly, how they trained me? And maybe it's a new system that we're learning. And as we use that system over and over and over again, pretty soon it starts to click. Our brain starts to make the connections and be able to understand, okay, this is how this works. And it becomes familiar to us, right? So repetition allows something to become go from being new and a little bit awkward and unfamiliar to becoming that familiar, comfy, cozy activity. It could be a thing even, where at first we don't have a TV and suddenly we have the TV, and at first it's like, oh, that new thing that is there, and then it just becomes part of our furniture, it becomes a part of our being, our life, right? So repetition becomes your best friend. And on all sorts of different levels. In school, you might be struggling with a subject and you're just not getting it. It's math, it's science, it's physics, something. And you're like, man, why is this so hard? I can't get it. And we're frustrated with ourselves and we're like, what's up with this? And all it takes is repetition. We just need to keep repeating, despite push through that frustration, push through that, I don't get it, I just want to give up, I don't like this. And you push through that and you keep doing it. Okay, let's revisit how to do these types of problems in math, how to get this formula for physics, how to compose a proper, grammatically correct sentence in English, whatever your subject is. And so in school, this can be practice where you just repetition. Let's try it again. Let's do a different problem. Let's keep going and rereading that passage in the textbook and just keep reading and just it's going to click. It's a matter of time before the brain starts to make those connections and starts to truly understand it, and it becomes the familiar. It goes from being awkward and I guess misunderstood, where you just don't get it, to becoming the familiar and understood. And there's a clarity that starts to open up with it when we go from that when we go through that transition from something being uncomfortable, we just are confusing, I guess is the word. We're confused by it. We don't fully understand it to the point where we do. And so I think it's really important for us to practice, especially once we're 7 and beyond, all throughout our adult lives, the practice of repetition. Repetition is so valuable to us to learn anything. And it can be even stuff with regard to our relationships, something that we're not really used to. Maybe we're used to everybody being fighting and chaotic in our life, and it's awkward for us to have calm and soothing and to receive love. Maybe we've become accustomed in our youth up to age 7 or even beyond, where we got used to giving and pleasing and just constantly doing something that is our familiar, our comfort zone. And we have to push ourselves and retrain ourselves that that's not a healthy comfort zone. That's not for us. And we need to allow ourselves the time and the practice to repeat something different that's healthier and more appropriate for us. And so we might go from a very toxic, chaotic, unloving environment and habit of living, a way of living, to training ourselves and practicing through repetition, the use of repetition, something that's healthier. So a calmer environment, soothing, how to receive instead of always giving and trying to people please. Practicing what it's like to have people speak kindly and receive those compliments and that encouragement, versus feeling like, oh no, you know, I'm used to being put down. I'm not used to people actually giving me accolades. And so these are things that we need to like practice, and that comes with repetition over and over. When a situation appears where somebody's offering to help you, instead of shunning it away like we're used to doing, we actually embrace the assistance. And it might feel like, oh, you know, I don't deserve to be helped, or I don't deserve whatever it is, all this love and this attention, this positivity. But with time, if you keep allowing yourself to allowing that into your life, and you see how it transforms you in a healthy and a beneficial way, that's when that will become your new norm. You will start to do away and kind of allow the old toxic and the old unhealthy, non-beneficial aspects of your old life to fall away to the curb, and for these newer, healthier habits and ways to become a part of you. And so that's all through repetition. And we all need it. We need to practice things that allow for our life to go from someplace that might be low, maybe low in terms of love, low in terms of vibration, low in terms of energies, anything like that, low in understanding and so forth, to elevate that and bump it up. And so repetition is the foundation for all mastery. All mastery. You just keep repeating, you can master it. Whether it's basketball, whether it's a computer system or an app, a game. If you're into gaming, initially when you start a game, you're like, I don't quite get it. Oh man, I got killed already. And you're on this game and you're frustrated, like, what? Why can't I get this? You keep at it, and pretty soon it's going to start to click. Pretty soon you're going to get better and better and better at that game, on that system, on that app, whatever it is, and it will become second nature to you. And that holds true even with things within life. So I just wanted to take a moment and give you some loving guidance to encourage you to stick with repetition and to use it to your benefit, even if it can get frustrating, even if it's a little awkward to keep doing something that is not quite there yet. You're still not getting it. It's not there, but it will get there. Give yourself that patience and that calm and that soothing to allow yourself to get there. But allow yourself to also push through and keep persevering and keep repeating whatever it is. even if it's allowing some healthy relationships into your life, it's a little awkward to do because that's just not what you're used to. And just allow, flow with that. That repeated, don't allow unhealthy things. So that's not the goal. You don't want to keep doing things that are unhealthy for you and non-beneficial long term, because we have a temporary life, and we want in that temporary life to be able to experience as much goodness out of it as possible, and to minimize anything that is not for us, that's not going to give us that longevity and that fulfilling life. And so in that, we need to actually allow ourselves goodness, good stuff, good energies, positive experiences, everything that elevates us and advances us in terms of a being, our own being. And so repetition and practice and try again are one of the ways we can actually allow ourselves to climb and master certain things in our life. Language, if you want to learn a new language, you can do it. You just have to practice it. Initially, it's listening, hearing the sound. What is it? Maybe spelling it out in a way that makes sense to your brain on how to pronounce it, and keep repeating it. What does it mean in this other language? What does it mean? What does it mean? With time, it's going to come. You're going to learn that other language, and you'll be able to conversate. And so language is something that you can actually learn through repetition. So grant yourself new experiences and do that with the use of repetition, so you can learn some really great things in your lifetime. Okay, that's all I wanted to say for today. Today's loving guidance is on repetition and how to use it to benefit your life and to elevate it to the point of mastery on all sorts of different levels. So love you all, and we will talk again next time. Bye, Mama Marina. See you.